Hey, it's Parker, and welcome to today's video. We've got a special one today. It is Madonna Danceteria from the new album Confessions 2, which I have not listened to the album yet. Starting with the song, and there's a purpose. I'll tell you in just a second. If you're new to the channel, my name is Parker. I'm a Gen X music lover from Texas, and I've been collecting music I love all my life in all different formats. And now I'm here to bring it to you, to talk about, and to talk about new music as well. So together, let's talk about the music that made us and the music that is still being made today. And that song for today is Danceteria by Madonna. So the reason I picked this one song rather than the whole album, and I've already heard the singles, Bring Your Love and so forth. But Danceteria, if you know any Madonna lore, is a very, very special place. It's a very special name. It's a very, very special title for a song. So to give you a little insight into that, if you don't know, let's go back to 1978. Madonna migrates from Michigan to New York City. She's often said New York City was not kind to her in those early days, but let's move forward to 1982 New York, which in and of itself is dealing with the early days of the AIDS crisis, the specter of Reagan. These were some mean, gritty times, and there was this place of respite in Manhattan on 30 West 21st Street, and it was called Danceteria. It was 5 floors with a basement. Let's see, the first floor was DJ spinning all kinds of new wave and genre-bending music. We had the second floor, which is a live venue. The third was the video lounge. Fourth was, I think, a VIP, and the fifth was a patio, sometimes a restaurant type situation. So it was just like it was a really cool place, and this is the opposite of Studio 54, right? This is not where the celebrities and the glam go. This is where the artists and the creatives and the underground, this is where they go to hang out. This is the real sort of gritty New York of 1982. And so we've got Madonna there. We've got the staff of staffs that would go on to become future icons. You've got LL Cool J running the elevator. Beastie Boys and Keith Haring are like busboys and sweeping the floor, taking care of the place. You've got Debbie Mazar. She was working the door as the door person. You've got Biscuit painting the walls practically at that time, and then you have this young woman from Michigan out on the dance floor tearing it up, and she's soaking in all of it. Danceteria, this is where influencers would go before they were influencers, right? The bands that played there, Sonic Youth, Duran Duran, REM, New Order, Depeche Mode, Run DMC. Yeah, I mean, just those bands should make your jaw drop of who played there. So Madonna was there. She was absorbing all of that. And then one night she's recorded her first demo, Everybody. And so she hits up DJ Mark Kamins. He was the resident DJ on the main floor. And he agrees to play the song. The dance floor explodes. And Madonna then plays the second floor as a live performance, also to great fanfare. And so Mark introduces her to an A&R guy from Sire Records, and the Madonna, as we would know it, kind of is born right there. Her and Mark Kamins would then go to visit Seymour Stein, the then president of Sire Records. He was like in the hospital or something, but like he just had surgery, and Mark introduces him to Madonna. And Mr. Stein's faith in Mark was so strong that he signed Madonna right there on the spot in the hospital. This is the type of rock and roll legend that you can't make up, right? It's like Madonna gets signed in hospital. Amazing, amazing. So then let's fast forward a little bit to 1985. Again, the Danceteria, Madonna. She's filming the movie Desperately Seeking Susan. And there's a scene where they have actors, doing some backup dancing at the club, and they need some music to play in the background for them to dance to. Madonna, again, hands them a tape. Here's my demo. This one's called Into the Groove. And they play it, and when they got around to editing the movie, they decided to leave it in rather than replace it with another artist because they loved the way the actors were dancing to Into the Groove. So right there, again, one of Madonna's biggest dance floor anthems right there in Danceteria. Just amazing. So then let's just real quick, let's circle back around 40 years later, just a couple years ago on the Celebration Tour, which was her biggest and most successful tour to date. She sets out, on the way the stage was designed, she sets out a piece of real estate right over here for her fans to dance in next to the stage. And she called that place of the floor, she called it the Danceteria. So these seeds have been laid all across Madonna's career. And so when I saw that there was a song called Danceteria on Confessions 2, I knew it was going to be personal. I knew it was going to be, probably a banger of a dance song. It's really what I thought. I'm like, dude, I got to freaking hear this because she would have really made this a lot of fun because she's going back to her roots and she's bringing it home, right? So with all that said, let's go ahead. Let's put the headphones on. Let's come over here and let's listen to Madonna. Danceteria. This is from Confessions 2. Transitioning from the song before, of course. Ah.
5, 6, walk to the club, don't wait for shit. Meet this boy named Mark Kamins. He's my best friend, he's my boy toy. We see the line, it's way too long, cut to the front. There's Harry Montauk, waves us in, no entiendes. I'm not sure you understand this. Way backstage, get into my car, drive to the disco, have a drink at the bar. People they might talk about us, yeah. I don't care. It's not what I say, it's not what I do, it's how my body language talks to you. I just wanna lose myself in the groove. Get over here. Everybody get up and dance.
Woo!
Everyone here is a work of art.
Everybody here is a work of art.
Everyone here is a work of art. Everybody get up and dance.
Kick it.
Get on the elevator. I run into Debbie Mazar. Take us to the 3rd floor. Walk us to the dance floor. Then I see Mark Kamins is the DJ. He's a DJ. Hide the cocaine. He played my tape, everybody. This is how we start the party. Face to face, bodies all around. Temperature is rising and the sweat's dripping down. Everybody's watching now, oh yeah. I don't care. It's not what I say, it's not what I do, it's how my body language talks to you. I just wanna lose myself in the groove. Get over here. Everybody get up and dance. Everyone here is a work of art. Everybody get up and dance. Everyone here is a work of art. Everybody get up and dance.
Whew, a nice little breather.
This is how we start the party. There's Fat Five, Freddy and Basquiat, Keith, Harry and Kenny Shark. Everyone came from Shafrazi to the beat. There's Merrick Hall and a guy named Fred. See these guys spinning on their head. There's Rocksteady Crew and Crazy Legs. Puerto Rican boys, they make me crazy.
Nice.
They make me crazy. Lyle Rogers and David Byrne. Leave your
Very nice.
Let's have some fun, let's have it on. Everybody get up and dance.
Oh, wow. Like music.
Everybody get up and dance. Everybody get up and dance. Everyone here is a work of art. Everyone here is a work of art. Work of art. Work of art. Everybody get up and dance. Everyone here is a work of art. Everyone here is a work of art. Work of art. Work of art. Everybody get up and dance.
Oh. Wow. Wow. Pull up some lyrics here. Bye. All right. Wow. I mean, as I always say after I listen to a song, what do you think? That was really cool. I think certainly a beat dance, right? Certainly storytelling. So she kind of told some of the story that I was telling you. So it is. She really was circling back to the beginning and like sharing her history with us. Lots of name drops. Hey, I dropped some names in my intro too. So I liked the storytelling aspect. Let me just start there. I liked the storytelling aspect, sort of like quasi-spoken rap kind of thing. That's been happening a lot in a lot of music lately. I've noticed, even with like Gen X era artists and stuff. So I liked that. I loved the storytelling. I thought it was interesting. She gets to the club, and Debbie Mazar meets her, and they go, on the elevator. But they go up to level 3, which in my understanding was the video lounge. But then I guess they, maybe it was just artistic licensing in the poetry. It sounded better, but Mark Kamins was on floor 1 DJing. That was my understanding, at least. But anyway, this is like minute stuff, right? It's just liberties in the storytelling, poetic license. And then everyone is a work of art. I mean, I thought that was just really cool. Like when you think about 1982 New York, where all the cool kids are hanging out, right? I mean, this is, we're about 5, 6, 7, 8 years away from club kids, but there always had to be a place where the people who could be themselves, regardless of their sexuality and their style and their just who they wanted to be, they had to go somewhere, and I guess maybe Danceteria was it. So everybody is a work of art. There was also when you hit the, I loved it when you hit the chorus, like the main chorus. Let me just walk over real quick to the lyrics. Well, everybody get up and dance. That bass line back behind it, it sort of reminded me of Michael Jackson, Bad, the song Bad. It's not exact or anything like that, but it has that sort of cadence and actually kind of drives along like that. I mean, which is kind of fun, if I can say that. Towards in the name drops era, of course, she mentions David Byrne of Talking Heads along with Nile Rodgers. If you haven't seen it, I've done a recent video of Nile Rodgers with Duran Duran. They have a new single out, Free to Love. You can check that out. Nile Rodgers, though, has been around, in the scene forever. I mean, he was one of the original cool kids going back to the late 70s. I mean, I've heard stories about Nile over the years from himself, even just about how wild those early days were. But he's one of the most genius guitar players and producers and songwriters of all time. Amazing. Anyway, let's get back to the song. I loved the Lou Reed piece, the Walk on the Wild Side piece. Where's my lyrics at? Yeah, Lounge Lizards had so much style. Lower East Side, Take a Walk on the Wild Side, and that's where she went in the do, which I thought was such a really cool, clever way. And in fact, it kind of underlines one of the things about this song is that it was broken up. I mean, there were certainly parts that repeated, but even when they repeated, they were different. I mean, this is a long way away from one of her traditional pop songs from the 80s or early 90s, where, back then everything was, verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, or whatever, that sort of that traditional format of a song. And then, of course, the original Confessions on the Dance Floor, she broke that apart too. I mean, her and Stuart Price really have sort of a magic feel for how to do a dance record. So I'm really excited about hearing the whole thing. What else might I want to add here in my comments? Yeah. I mean, there's a breakdown towards the end. Maybe the last minute or so was really cool. Minute and a half, where it really started dun 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 dun, and it was the cadence. If I could be wrong, it was of the song Music. It kind of has that same sound at one of its same kind of keyboard like stabs when it kind of peaks as well. So I thought that was really cool. I mean, Madonna she's not shy of callbacks in her career. I mean, over her entire career, she'll call back lyrics, she'll call back, sounds and melodies and all kinds of stuff. I love it. I think it's one of the cool cultural things about her and her songwriting and her music catalog. But I thought that was a kind of a cool call out, or a cool musical callback right there. So I don't know. I don't really know what else to say. I want to hear your comments, of course. Do like and subscribe. Got to sneak that in, if you would. But and I look forward to hearing Confessions, the whole album. But I just thought Danceteria. I think my overall assessment is it's a place. It's important to her. She would not use it lightly as a title of a song, and as a dance song. I thought it was upbeat. I think it'll probably be a favorite for many people on the album. One of the highlights of the album. It just makes you feel good. Just makes you feel good, and it just takes you there. I mean, the lyrics take you there. Despite my research coming into the video and giving you that little story at the beginning, I mean, the song replicated that in a much more obviously emotional way, and via the poetry of the lyrics and the sounds, and wow. I did hear that Mark Kamins died fairly young. I think he was in his 50s, and I think it wasn't from cocaine, from the song in his early days, but I think it was like a stroke, or it was something. It was something big. I'm sorry. I wish I had that information in front of me. But he's no longer with us. My point being is so that he was unable to hear this. But I had read a quote. I don't know the quote exactly, but Madonna did when he did pass away. Gave a big thank you and just props to Mark. That if it wasn't for him, she might not have ever made it out of the club, as a musician and artist. So, wow, it's really cool that to come full circle that way, and to be on, to be able to enjoy her music 40 plus years later, and her revisit of that early part of her life in a whole new way and see it in this whole new fashion. So that's all I got. I feel like I'm mumbling at this point, or not mumbling, but just kind of rambling at this point. I am. You can criticize me for it if you want in the comments. Please don't. I could use your support as I get better at this. But anyway, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. So with love and good taste from Texas, I'm Parker. Thanks so much. Bye.